Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the conclusion of today's episode of Roll20 Presents The Sprawl. It is a mess. There is hallucination, gas, and bad times.
It's probably fine.
Dave, is this the grand entrance?
Yeah, totally.
Senpai needs to save us.
Yeah, so like, where did this guard come from who threw the grenade?
So it's probably the guards in the hall that are blocking the green room door. They were the ones that were her like door guards.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess we hear the sort of like faint, because you're inside now, like humming of the presumably like electric motor of this motorbike coming to a stop, and I rush in like ready to see like Alice and get her on the bike and like get ready to go, but I see
I'm just like dragging Cathode out of the doorway so she doesn't get shot, and then like yelling at her robot, being like, "Go home, stupid robot!"
They're dead. They're just laying there.
Yeah, so I like look down and yeah, like just fish out the side of like one of the like a military style whatever they are, like pouches on my belt, yeah. With my trauma derms, and like, I mean, we're coming up against Disney Bezos security, so obviously they're going to be using like hallucinogen gas. So I have an antidote for that.
Do you have a gear you want to spend for that?
I don't even need to gear it. I have 3 hold on.
Right, which works the same as gear. Okay, cool. So you plan for this shit. All right.
Yeah.
So each,
Yep,
I mean,
so we've got antidote.
I think there's enough antidote for one person for each hold. So if you want to spend 2, you could do both.
Yeah, I mean, the first priority is we still need to kill people. So first set is going definitely to QQ.
Okay. QQ, do you have like an intravenous drug port, or does
Yeah, totally. There's a port in my arm, so I just like I like have my hand out, and I'm like crouched, right? So he like passes it to me, and I just like like with complete precision, just like slam it into this port. And
Okay.
drain it.
Can you act under pressure first? Because maybe your arm isn't where you think it is.
Oh no, yeah, you just specifically said your arms were part of the hallucination.
Yeah, I mean that's cool. I'm gonna act under pressure.
Yeah.
It's no problem. Do I get my +1?
Where is
Well,
it coming
it's-
from?
The
As
task.
part of my role in the plan.
No. Self treatment for this is not part of the.
Anyway, I got
7.
7.
You got a 7. Okay. So I think you can do it. Move your harm clock up 1.
Great.
But yeah, you're
This is
fine with it.
somatic for my
XP.
Yeah.
Great, I'll take that XP. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So you eventually like find the port and then jam it in. It's like a hypo spray kind of jam, and you can feel your body returning to its proper form.
Yeah, and like without really skipping a beat, I'm just like talking to Neat. I'm just like, fix her up, she's fucked. And I'm like coming around the corner with my thermovision on and just like lighting these dudes up.
And I'm just like laying on the ground and like just like probably just like sobbing uncontrollable.
Aww.
But it's her worst fear. Like she's just sad times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like these dudes up.
So, yeah, I think that what you see, like we get a quick glimpse of Cathode's horrifying vision, and you're in your old pod, your old like streaming pod with where all your friends were, and they're all gone. It's just you, and then an infinite row of just like empty pods, and you have your little like broken like Tinkerbell in your hand, and she's just like slowly like fading. She's like blinking and like fading out.
Oh.
And in the AR in front of you, there's just huge like. There's a huge display that just says 0 viewers.
Oh man.
Oh, the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, feels.
Yeah.
Feels.
And then like an angel with a single wing, I descend down
Like
and
a
I
one
stab
leg.
you with like a syringe.
Awesome. Heroes never die. So you so your dark angel Neat appears behind you. Maybe you're not even aware of Neat doing this, but yeah, and then you feel like a sharp pain. And yeah, and then all of that starts to fade. But meanwhile, QQ, you bust in. So there are two of these red suits. You also see the AR, the big like hedgeway, and then they're taking cover behind a big rose bush. And the roses are like dripping with red paint, and you can see them like in cover behind these two. It's hard to tell what they're actually behind cover, like what the actual cover is. But
which is why I switched to thermal vision. So I'm just like seeing through all of the AR. Like it's there on an overlay, but again, like low opacity, it's not really important. And I'm just like, okay, there's target.
Yeah,
there's target. And like cover, Adam? Cover?
These are explosive
I know.
bolters.
I'm well aware. Yep. All
So
right.
yeah,
Well,
I just like swing my arms out and just like pull the trigger at the exact precise moment to put like 3 bullets in each of them as I like swing my arms up.
short controlled bursts. Go ahead and mix it up. Let's see how that goes.
Let's see here. I will synth. Okay, now I'm getting my +1.
This is definitely your task.
I get like a 14. Or no, what is this? I get a 10.
It's a 10.
Okay.
Yeah,
Math is hard.
All right. Yeah. So you use violence against an armed force to seize control of an objective. So yeah, you just start like blasting these guys away. They fire back, and maybe you take some hits, but your cyber body is too mega tough to care.
And I'm wearing all this like I'm wearing like heavy armor. Like I just look like a military person. Like those heavy duty dudes outside. Like we're part of the same.
Yeah, you're
fashion trend.
Speaking of those guys, I'm following those guys still.
Okay. Do you want to try to follow them such that they don't notice you're following them?
That's a good point. Yes.
Okay. Act under pressure. The pressure is, do they notice you following them?
Okay.
Oh boy.
They
notice.
definitely.
You're very cool, but not cool enough.
I just like don't think they're gonna be looking, so I'm kind of just like walking behind them.
So
like...
they head off to they head off towards a like a janitorial exit into the, you know how like all malls have like the weird back corridors and stuff. So they go through there. You come around the corner to follow them, and then you just hear all you hear is the like whine of a cyber arm like releasing tension. You're just like boom, and then you get punched real hard in the chest.
Ow!
Yeah, so you go staggering back out into the mall as one of these guys like cyber arms you. Do you have any armor on?
I have armored clothes, which just helps me for harm. But...
Okay, yeah. Oh, and that was the other thing. Yeah, you'll need to do. So take 2 harm, move your clock up 2 slots, and then roll the harm move.
2. We're good. Oh no, harm is bad to roll high.
Because of your armored clothes help, you roll it at
subtract
1 or a -2 or something.
Oh yeah, it should be a -1, but it doesn't really help me. It puts me down to 9.
11 instead of 12.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
We hardly knew ye, Flamingo.
All right, so you do get a 10 plus. Choose. Let's see. Choose 1. Oh, that's interesting. You choose. So when you suffer harm, fill in a number of segments and roll plus harm suffered. You're out of action. So unconscious, trapped, incoherent, or panicked. Take the full harm of the attack before it was reduced. If you already took the full harm, take another one. Lose the use of a piece of cyberware so you can get it repaired. They punch you so hard your brain breaks, your comms break, or you lose a body part, an arm, a leg, or an eye, something like that. In this case, it'd be an internal organ. They puncture your liver or something.
Shit.
Serious business.
Okay.
Don't get in a fist fight with a cyborg.
I don't even fucking know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
here.
what happens to you?
Is there a place I can look at this list of stuff?
Yeah, it's under peripheral moves in the handout.
I like Tristan chat. My pancreas.
Yeah, they totally eliminated an organ, but it's a vestigial one.
Ow!
My appendix!
My spleen!
Yeah, they remove your appendix for you.
I mean, in this case, it would be they burst your appendix or something. Or yeah, you can lose an arm.
That's less good.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, you know what? I'm gonna lose an arm.
From
I'm
a game,
just gonna get my elbow ripped off.
Yeah, from a game design perspective, the reason why this kind of like aggressive, like you lose a limb thing is here is because it's cyberpunk, right? That like if this were present in like a medieval setting, it'd just be like, cool, you'll die later because you lost your arm. But in this, it's like, cool, well, it's real bad. But
no,
like,
you know what?
You get a cyber arm now.
It just this punch, it doesn't actually hit me directly in the torso because I'm like, shit, dodge, and it takes my arm off at the shoulder with like this hydraulic punch. Just
yeah, and it is very much like a hydraulic piston. Like it's not like a round, it's like just a straight out like tunk. And it hits you in the shoulder. There's like a crunch and a like splatter of like meat. And I don't think it like necessarily rips your arm off, but it does so much damage to like the shoulder socket and the tissue that you're gonna have it amputated. Like it just like tears back, you stagger, fall on the ground, screaming, I assume. And you're yeah, so everybody hears over the comms, and then whoever just punched you, they like boot the door open and step out into the mall proper. Two big cyber arms, and he's taken off his armored jacket, so he's just got a like a muscle shirt underneath, and these two big metal arms. And just imagine like Zangief with robot arms.
Yeah, it's
Zangief with robot arms, and he's just like stepped out, and he's blocking the light as he steps towards you with his big metallic arms.
Can I shoot him?
You can do whatever you want.
Oh well, I guess I'll let other people act first.
Also, as soon as like the instant that I hear Flamingo in pain over my comms, I am going to where she is.
Okay.
Like screw Alice, screw
like I completely ditch the mission.
Yeah, you run right past Alice's door and into the store, right? The more direct route. So I guess then you burst into the store and like panic, right? People see guns, you have blood on you from
a fully specced out military cyborg.
Yeah, military cyborg with two smoking guns bursts into the Disney store.
I have an assault rifle and a sword as well. Like I am completely covered in weapons and I'm just running through the crowd as if I'm not even there.
Everyone starts screaming and like running in panic. I
fire off like a couple rounds into the air to clear the room, basically. Yeah. And then as people are like, like falling over and stuff, I'm just like clambering over them and like running through the pile.
Yeah. So you fire up in the air and there's like a statue, like a plexiglass statue of Donald Duck that just blows up. Yeah, just throws like fiberglass everywhere. And people are screaming and running and and you run out and there's like an AR hologram of Mickey Mouse like waves at you as you run by.
It totally blows like Donald Duck's pants off because they finally in the future gave him pants.
No, they're not allowed to give him pants. He can't wear pants. It's part of his branding. It would be off-brand to give him pants.
Okay, fine.
Maybe it's if you want, it can be like just out of the shower, Donald Duck, so he has a towel around his waist.
Yeah, okay, good.
But anyway, boom, just blows up, and you run through. People are screaming. The scene is one of chaos and panic. So anyway, I want to know how.
Fucking Alice.
So Flamingo, you're lying on the ground. Robo Zangief is gonna try to tear you in half. He's just broken everything important about your arm. What do you want to do?
This is the part where even though this is like final act of defiance for me in terms of like, oh fuck, like I am dead, like is my thought process. I just, wow, it's first episode. I've lost an arm and it's my final act of defiance already.
It's a very Dicey-an situation.
There's nothing else I can do.
And they say this character is not like Dice.
This character's not like Dice. So I whip out my Freyr Tactical S23 auto pistol from my jacket with my one good arm and just unload it into this guy's face, basically like.
Nice.
Hold the trigger down until there's no bullets left in it.
All right, so out comes the tactical S23 semi-auto, 2-harm, close, near, loud, quick. Just short burst of shots.
And my meat is terrible, so this is.
So let me just make sure. It sounds like you're mixing it up.
I'm mixing it.
Seizing control of what? What is your objective before you roll?
My objective is not to die.
Is it your own escape? You want to seize control of an escape route?
I want to get away.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll meat.
Oh god. I don't get one forward for this. This ain't my task.
This isn't your job.
Well, you failed already, so you don't get one forward anyway.
Right.
It's like a 5.
It's a 5. Yeah, nicely done. All right, so you fire off a quick and I don't know, is it like are you firing with your offhand and maybe that's part of it or
Yeah, and I'm on my back, and it's like a surprise to me that I need to be doing this, and I'm in fucking shock. Like,
And
there's
normally I do the shooting.
yeah, and this is QQ's job. Like, I fucked
Why
up.
do I do this?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So just like bang, 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 like firing at him to get him to stop. He's just walking towards you. The first few shots just bounce off his cyber arms. Like he's got one arm up, and maybe his forearm like opens out into kind of a shield, so he holds it in front of his face, and you're just like firing at him, and he's just blocking the shots.
I literally can't believe this is the second character that I have in 2 shows in a row that has a lost arm. Like,
Oh boy.
Alright.
So when you fail, I just get to make a move. So I think, yeah, he just like blocks with his right arm, reaches down and grabs you by the neck with his left arm and picks you up and like slams you into the wall. And I think you get hit against the wall hard enough that the wall, the like drywall crumbles underneath you. And he slams you through like a hollow movie poster. So there's like glass that falls down. It's like smashed into it, and you dent into the wall a little bit. I'm gonna get you to take another harm, make that harm move.
Okay.
And then yeah, QQ, you can arrive, but I want to see what Cathode and Neat do.
Oh my god!
I'm so good at this arm move.
Damn. Oh fuck.
All right,
I didn't take
Flamingo.
-1 and still get an 11.
All right, Flamingo.
Motherfucker.
So your choices are
The same as last time.
unconscious, trapped, incoherent, or panicked. Take another harm on top of it, so take 2 instead of 1. Lose the use of a piece of cyberware, or say goodbye to another body part.
Can I just keep stacking on this side of my body just some like serious damage?
Yeah,
Like, we're
totally.
just-
Like
We're
you
just gonna
lose your
lose-
eye.
Lose
We're
an
just, gonna
eye.
we're just gonna lose an eye out of
Okay,
this.
so
side of
instead,
my
let's say
head.
instead, let's rewind a little bit. Instead of grabbing you by the neck, he grabs you full on like
By the
basketball,
face.
palms
Yeah.
your head, and just slams you into the glass.
Like face first. Into
Yeah,
glass.
so you take a
Totally
sharp
fair.
piece of glass to the face, and yeah, it's a bad time. And you can feel like he's got you pinned against the glass, and you can feel maybe if we look at the servo in his arm is tightening like a screw, and like his
Yeah,
his
but-
hand is like squeezing down. Yeah, so his arm, like the servos are spinning so that he's like trying to crush your skull, basically.
Motherfucker!
The
All right.
good thing you've got that like info secure titanium skull in there.
Totally.
As part of your comms.
You gotta protect your cyber comms with proper plating.
I mean, I'm gonna look like a true badass like fixer when this is done. That's all I'm gonna say. If I'm
You will
alive.
finally be a proper shadow runner.
If I'm alive.
Yeah, and the display that you're being crushed against is like blue screening, so you're just like illuminated in this big blue and white screen.
Okay. Side note: what's Neat doing
So,
right
yeah,
now?
Neat-
I need to know.
Neat and Cathode, what are the two of you? What are the two of you doing?
So
Oh.
yeah, you stab me with the thing, and like I come out of the hallucination. I'm assuming it's gonna take like a second of like a couple of like heartbeats to like
Yeah,
get this all working.
it's fast though.
Yeah, but as soon as it does, like my neural interface like turns back on, and I like feel my drones like power back up, and I'm like, okay, it was fake. That was something weird, but I have my drones, and
Okay, great. I'm glad you're fine. Which room's she in?
I'm assuming when I hacked the door that I got intel as to like what was behind the door, and like we knew where she was gonna be there.
Yeah, it wasn't about hacking the door. This is just part of
Or, sorry, opening the
It was
door,
part of
yeah.
the root information. Yeah. You know
Okay,
where she
so
is.
like we know where she is, and the people in front of the door have been shot previous to now.
Yeah, the hallway is like Akira style, dripping blood from the ceiling. Like
Oh my
these guys
God.
exploded.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so there's just 2 of these red suit dead.
But I'm not there anymore. I've like run off.
Yeah, you can see QQ's like booted footprints,
So I like
like
send
the bloody footprints leading out into the store.
I send B down the hallway to check and make sure like scan and make sure that there's no one waiting to throw another grenade. Is
Yeah,
there-
it's clear. Yeah, it's
Oh, it's
totally
clear.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
I send B down. I check that it's clear, and I like run down the hallway and to the door with Puppy Cat right behind me. And there's another like exit where you went.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you can run straight through into the Disney store that's chaos now, and that's where the other red suit are. They're trying to like keep people back and like calm the situation. They may or may not know what's like they're trying to deal with what's happening behind them. They'll eventually come back. They'll send somebody or a team back to check
Puppy
on
Cat's
Alice.
watching that.
but yeah. Okay, so you want to like hover over there and watch that entrance?
Puppy Cat's the quad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So Puppy Cat's watching that, and I'm at the door. And is it also locked?
Yeah, but you don't have to roll. You don't have to roll again. You can
Okay,
pop
it's
that
with
way.
the same. Okay, so I open that lock and go ask Alice if she wants to leave with me.
Okay.
I guess.
No, no, you totally don't get to. You like open the door and like I push you out of the way because it's like I've got to do this bit. Like I'm in character.
In character, yeah, got it.
Okay, so the door slides open, and there's a plume of AR smoke that kind of like pours out into the hallway, and it's all like scintillating. There's little bits of light floating in it. It pours down onto the ground, and you can see inside the room has a full AR layer of sort of a forest of toadstools. And there's one large toadstool and then a shorter one, and up on the bigger one you see a big AR, like vaguely anthropomorphic caterpillar, and he's sitting there with his body curled, kind of glistening around this big glass bulb with long tubes coming off of it, and he's holding the end of one of the tubes to his eerily human lips, and like blows a ring of smoke into the air when you open the door. And then across from this big thing, looking up kind of placidly, you see a girl in a blue dress with blonde hair, just kind of sitting and staring.
Yeah, so I like reach out this gloved hand and I flick open again a little pocket watch or just like an AR display of one. And I say through the helmet, so it's like modulated so you don't hear my normal voice. And I say, "You're going to be late, Alice. Come with me."
And she looks down. She looks down like very calmly and placidly. And there's something about her movements that feel like you feel somewhere in your lizard brain. You feel like unnerved by it. Like she moves too smoothly. And she just turns her head and her hair like hangs in a perfect like sheet, like a shampoo commercial. And she looks over at the watch and then up at you. And you're trying to convince Alice just to like come willingly.
Yep.
All right. Let's have you fast talk her. You're gonna roll plus style.
Good. That's the thing I'm best at. By best I mean worst.
How are you not high style?
It's edge. He's all edge, no style.
I'm confused.
I'm high style.
Yeah, I didn't want to step on toes, so I deliberately made it my lowest. I mean, okay.
This is your part of the plan, so you can take one forward, right?
Yeah, convince her to come with me and drive off.
Drive off into the neon sunset.
Oh yes!
Man,
Shit, no, you're so stylish.
God
All
damn.
right, so 12, 11, 12. Yep. Okay. So on a 10 plus, NPCs do what you want. So she looks at it and she looks at you and she smiles as if she's seeing, like recognizing a friend she hasn't seen in a long time. And she says, "Curiouser and curiouser. I haven't been on an adventure in such a long time." And she hops down from the toadstool. I guess it actually like gently kind of like guides her to the ground. The whole room responds to her like movement and thought. And she kind of cocks her head and she says, "I think I had something to do today, but well, it doesn't matter now." And she kind of like blushes demurely at you and just like stands there waiting to be told what to do.
Okay. I say, "Your carriage awaits," and I just like I start ushering her out and back to my motorbike.
Okay, when you say that, you're like, your carriage waits and you turn, she like glitches out slightly for a second. Like she like twitches and you see her blink hard. You've given a voice command that doesn't apply to her programming. Like it's for that was for Cinderella, right? Like, so she like
it's totally the same level of like confusion as me. Like he's like, "Yeah, I've done some background research on like Disney stuff. We're doing a Disney thing.
It's off
This is
brand
fine."
for you, right?
Can I like see that and be like, Oh, I need an Alice line. Can I like see that and know like what the Alice line would be and be like, God damn it.
Yeah, I mean you can act under pressure, or Neat can act under pressure and you can help.
Or can I use like intel to have known like
Intel will give you a bonus to that roll. Yep, you can spend an
intel will give me a bonus.
Yep.
What would it be? It would be cool.
Yeah, if you're acting under pressure, it's cool.
Or links with date. Well, I mean, he didn't actually rule anything.
Yeah, he's not rolling. So in this case, it's you, right? So Neat stops. Like Neat says the wrong keyword or key phrase, which causes a slight glitch in her programming, and then then you like you're trying to come up with a counter phrase. So yeah, go ahead and roll your acting under
cool
pressure.
Plus an intel.
Yes.
So would that be like one forward?
Yeah, go ahead and put one forward and mark off the intel.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So 6, 7, 8.
Yep. Okay. So on acting under pressure, I think it's just the same as act under fire. Yeah. Stumble, hesitate, or flinch. Offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice.
Oh God.
So the answer here, the thing that you need to do is have Neat run, because Alice doesn't get invited places. She like follows the White Rabbit. The White Rabbit doesn't want to have anything to do with her, or do with him. So you need to tell Neat like, fucking go, and she'll chase you. That's how she works.
Okay.
But that's going to turn this from like a careful extraction into a high speed chase. So you need to run where you need to go and have her follow you.
And she's gonna ride the motorcycle?
No, I mean, if you ride on the motorcycle, she won't be able to keep up.
Yeah.
Except I have a stylized drone that is human sized and fast is one of its tags.
So she's gonna ride Puppy Cat?
She can ride Puppy Cat.
I don't think Puppy Cat is big enough for her to ride, but you could.
But the medium sized frame is human sized. Like that's what it is.
Yeah, motorcycles are bigger than people.
Size for a human, Adam.
It's not human size for a human to ride. It's the same size as a human.
And Alice is a child.
Yeah, I'm gonna say she can't ride the
Damn it.
cat. But if you want to, you can. I mean, she's still heavily cybered, right? So if you just like run for it and jump on the motorcycle, she might be able to chase you. But the reason why it's a 7 to 9 here is that there are limitations in place.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can ditch the bike and just run and have her chase you.
So I like quickly tell Neat, I'm like, you don't like, that's not how this goes. Like she chases the White Rabbit. You need to like let her chase you or she's not going anywhere.
Right, yeah. And I go, yeah, of course.
I can do that.
I said, take the bike and meet up with the others. I'll meet you back at the place.
Okay. I'm gonna send B after Alice to keep track of where she's going, in case like.
Sure, yeah, to follow her.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then hook up my neural interface to the bike and get going.
Okay, well we'll deal with that in a second. So you like run off?
Yeah, I run off, and yeah, we need to see how like fast and creepy she is.
Exactly. Yeah. So
whether she's gonna catch me.
So you run and you run off, and she like comes out of the glitch and she smiles, and she turns to you, Cathode, before anything else. So her whole body's totally still, and her head just turns towards you, and she just kind of blinks and she's like, "Have I gone mad?" And like snaps her head back towards where the White Rabbit has run off. And you hear something. You can't see her legs, but something is like reconfiguring underneath her dress. You hear like hissing and like materials changing. And she crouches down and then just like takes off like Terminator style. After.
And like as she goes, like I'm just like, we're all mad here. Like like echoing the text that I know that she like would need.
If I may contribute this detail. Is that she runs fast not by taking big strides, but taking lots of really little ones, and so her dress is still like fluttering, and she's kind of doing like a
totally.
It's like this weird, like creepily fast.
You gotta wonder if the White Rabbit ever felt fear that Alice would catch him. Like,
I mean, he ran.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so she's like chasing you. You've plugged into her internal narrative structures, and she's chasing after you. Meanwhile, QQ.
Save me.
Yeah, QQ, you bust out into the mall proper, and like 100 or so feet down the way, you see a pool of blood, a big smear, and then your friend Flamingo slammed against the wall by this obvious Krug. Like,
yeah, and my vision like is like analyze. There's like facial recognition going on, and as soon as it locks on her face, it like magnifies in, it zooms in, and I like see what's going on, and I just like holster the 2 auto pistols and pull out my assault rifle and just like headshot this dude who's murdering her.
okay.
Just like across the the
Yeah,
mall.
so you're gonna mix it up, and what you want is to seize control of Flamingo. She's your objective.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, do it.
Objective Flamingo.
I managed
So
to
I'm
screw
rolling
this up
in,
real good. I should have just stayed on comms.
and we're off the plan, so this isn't +1 forward.
Yep.
But whatever, I get an 11.
Fuck that.
And my assault rifle is far, auto fire, loud, linked, 3 harm, so it does 5 harm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
And yeah, good call on the far, because I wouldn't have let you make the shot with your pistols.
Yeah, no, exactly. So it's just like across this whole space with like people milling through, and I get the like slow vision, and like right at the right moment as they part, there's this little burst of fire that just goes
Okay. All right.
like all perfect headshots
Yep.
on this guy.
Okay. So how much harm does it deal? 5?
5.
Okay.
Yeah, base 3 +2 plus my synth, and it's not AP or anything like the pistols are. So
Okay. So I'll reduce it by armor. All right. Sure. Okay. So the bullets, yeah, that you're on target every shot, but this guy's, his skin is a thin layer over his cyber skull. And like, yeah, I think we see him holding, like, trying to crush Flamingo's head, and then his head like snaps sideways a bunch of times, and there's just like big like where
big,
the
like,
bullets hit,
round dents.
yeah, big round
Like,
dents, and then the skin, like when you see bullets hit a painted surface, how it does that. There's a name for it, but they're like blowout, where it's like silver around it. That happens, but it's his like fake flesh and skin goes poof, and just like blows off the side of his skull, and he like
And so with this guy, there's like a spray of like white blood, like synthetic blood.
yeah, and he drops
Kind of
you,
shit.
Flamingo, and he like staggers sideways. And you come up with this like big jagged piece of glass in your face, and one of your arms hanging limp at your side, and you have enough time. The two of you have enough time to do something.
And then I'm like already like I take the shot, and as the bullets are traveling, like I'm already dropping the gun and sprinting towards this guy and
Yeah,
drawing
like
my
chasing
sword. And I'm just gonna fucking sword him.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
3 of them though, right?
Yeah,
Just-
where'd the other 2 go?
Oh,
So-
okay.
I don't care about the other two.
Spalling is the name for that paint blow effect. Thank you, chat. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead. You're gonna mix it up, and I assume what you want now is to seize control of his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I want to cut off one of his arms.
Okay. You want to seize control of his giant cyber arms? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to disable this guy. Yeah.
Okay.
But my vision is that I'm going to just try to like slice his freaking arm off.
Dismember him.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just with my sword.
Cell
So many
phone
weapons.
charms dangling in the breeze.
I roll a 12.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah.
Sword is 3 harm. Hand.
Oh, QQ's a badass.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's like a Chinese straight sword, so it kind of like quivers a little bit as I draw it, and then just like and
yeah,
it's like weird future material, super sharp things.
yeah, nano blade, whatever. Yeah, and so you slice through the space between his arm and his shoulder, and there's a gout of that white synthetic blood, and and he staggers to the side, squirting this blood out of his arm. He's not dead yet. But his big arm, like a fish out of water, is like twitching on the ground and like grabbing at the tile. Like it's still receiving signals from his brain.
Yeah,
it's like crushing the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm capable of doing anything. I think I've got a big fucking shard of glass in my face and my arm is crushed. Like
you're still totally like in a position to do something.
I mean, I am, but
I mean, you're all fucked up, but
I think like fictionally, I don't think I would shoot at this guy or anything. I would just move further away. You know,
Okay.
like
It's like crawling away.
get some distance.
yeah, like stumble into the crowd or something.
Sure.
You know,
I mean, there's no crowd near you. They've all,
You know what
they've
I
all
mean.
fled. But yeah,
you know what I
you can pull
Is
yourself
there
to your
any,
feet. You have to crawl through the broken glass and like pick yourself up.
Has any of this been on comms? Do I know that you guys are like in trouble?
Yeah.
There
I
was
mean,
her
you will
screaming.
have heard me scream, and then like QQ take these guys down, and then I guess
I would be like knowing that you are in this situation. Like, I think I would go and try and extract you, Flamingo,
Yeah.
and know that QQ would take care of themselves.
This would be the moment, I think, when I'd be on comms like, do you have Alice? You know, like fucking fucked up but trying to get the objectives. Like,
Yeah, so you have dealt with Alice's entourage, so everybody gets to mark experience on that.
And as you're saying that into comms, like QQ is like shouting at you because I don't have, you know, the whole like sub-vocalizing comms. I'm just shouting at like, fuck Alice, like what the hell are you doing? And I'm like picking you up, and then as soon as the guy tries to move, I like kick him really hard in the ribs so he stops. And I'm like getting you over my shoulder.
okay, so you're just like without like trying to get me to do it, you're just doing it kind of thing.
Yeah, I just like haul you over one shoulder,
I'm
holding the assault rifle in the other hand.
I'm absolutely like a limp, you know, meat sack at this point. Like, as soon as you like grabbed me, it's just like blood and like, it's not good. It's not good. It's all like this mangled arm wrapped up in a greatcoat sleeve, like bad, not good.
So then I have the bike ready, I guess. If you're bringing her out, like, I'm ready to get her the fuck out of the situation and to a safe place, doctor person. I don't know.
Yeah, so you don't actually know where the safe house is. Someone needs to call and be like, "We've got her. Where's the safe house?"
I will try and do that. Oh wait, I don't have the thing. Neat does.
Neat has the number.
Neat has the number.
Well, Neat's currently running, so maybe Neat can run to the safe house.
Well, Neat doesn't know where it
that's the
is.
plan.
You got to call. You got to call first. You don't have the number.
Do you have comms, Neat?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on comms with you. I've got a phone. Everyone has a phone.
Yeah. So you've got your phone to your ear while you're like while you're running away from this cyborg.
Yeah, like how am I doing? Is she like catching up with me?
She's running. She's like, basically, this is the thing. She has matched pace with you exactly. Her programming will never allow her to catch you because
That's
she's
the
not
whole
allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only way
like-
she'll ever catch you is if you stop. She matches pace with you exactly.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I called this number for the safe house then.
Okay. All right. You can't really like run and call at the same time, so you want to like stop somewhere and hide, or
No, I have hands-free tech. I'll use a gear on it. I can't like slow down now. If she catches
yes,
me,
that's where I was.
like,
That's
it's
where I was
gonna be
going.
hard.
So yeah, if you spend a gear, you can make that call as you're running. So you call, and it's not you don't talk to anybody. It's just a voice service that gives you it just reads an address and then repeats it.
Yeah, and I'm just like running
Okay.
down like towards this place as I've got my phone there. I hang up the call and I try and like GPS myself like a route through.
Okay. All right. Sure. So you're doing that. You're heading for the safe house.
Yep.
Alice is chasing, giving chase.
And B is chasing Alice.
Yeah, B is chasing Alice, and like people, like you're running through the snow, and it's interesting because people are seeing you, like these things happen, seeing you like run around, and she's just wearing her dress and is just like running through these snow drifts, and yeah, and they're seeing her chase this guy dressed like a white rabbit, and so people are just like watching and kind of like,
Yep, it's a publicity stunt. Nobody needs to stop us. It's fun.
Yeah. And everywhere that she goes, she spreads like viral Wonderland content into the AR. So she'll go by and people will notice like mushrooms sprouting where she ran, and the dashboard of their car will suddenly have strange fronds growing from it and stuff. And so they're all pretty like pleased and amused by this.
Good.
So so you head for the safe house. The safe house itself is, let's see what kind of building it is. Can you roll? I'll let you do it, Dave. Roll 2d10 for me.
Yeah. Okay. 8 and a 4.
Okay, so nice. Okay, all right. So it's the address is in one of the actual like the subsectors. So you get to a probably a maintenance hatch for the trains, and there's a locked hatch, and you can see when you arrive that it's been left like a normally locked hatch that's been left unlocked. There's like something wedged so that the auto lock didn't go, and there's a little blinking light that's like auto lock not engaged, and it's potentially sending an error somewhere for someone to come fix it, but it's been propped open, and this is the place where you need to take Alice.
Yeah. Bolt down, leave it open for her.
Yeah. So you stop, you bolt down, you leave it open, and she comes walking over to the edge of it and looks down, and it's basically just like a shaft with a ladder. So you slide down the ladder into this lower area, and she stops at the top and like looks down.
Is that perfect?
And and then she kind of like looks up as if like at a camera that's not there. Like she looks as if she's like looking at someone, and she like
B's there.
Yeah, probably. So you see this through B's like visual feed.
Yeah.
Looks up and shrugs and jumps, and we just see her like drift into the the rabbit hole. Yeah, her skirt poofs out, and then the little like the maglev like repulsors in her skirt that allow her to like float around, they kick in, and she just like drifts to the bottom. She drifts to the bottom of the safe house, and when you get there, the safe house has already been outfitted with like pirated Wonderland coding, but you can see that it's in some small ways like insidiously been reprogrammed. So it's a bit less like pastel, and like the same structures are generally there, but it's a little bit more like show Nintendo style. It's maybe like a little darker. There are I think like there are animals around, but they're not Western animals. Like you see a little like cartoon tanuki like sitting in the corner drinking tea.
Yeah, like the Cheshire Cat instead is like a fox spirit or something.
Yeah,
like up there with a little
Cheshire Kitsune. And so she drifts down, and they've prepared this little like room as an environment for her, and she walks in and she looks around and smiles and just like picks up a conversation with the kitsune, and she starts by speaking in English, but the kitsune's eyes like start to blink at her, and you can see her like take a second, and then she like clears her throat and excuses herself in Japanese, and then starts to have this conversation with the kitsune in Nihongo. So
oh my god.
Yeah, and she just sits down on a toadstool and starts having a conversation.
Yeah.
With
the Japanese depictions of her fiction are like a little bit more messed up, like to say the least.
Arisu.
Yeah, exactly. Arisu-chan. So that happens.
Mark that XP.
Yeah, everybody mark XP for extracting Alice to the safe house. And let's talk about the mall. So
okay.
Well, so we're not there yet.
We gotta get out.
You've picked up Flamingo, and you've started out. So you cut this guy's arm off. He's lying on the ground. He's not dead yet. You pick her up. Where are you going? What are you doing?
I stand on his shoulder of his like removed arm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, fuck boy, who are you?
And
I have like one of my pistols out, and I'm leveling it at his face.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck boy, who are you? Love it.
Yeah. All right, I know what he's gonna do. So he looks up at you. His head's still all fucked up, one eye kind of glowing, he looks up, and you're pinning him to the ground, right? Like his arm. So you're like,
yeah, exactly. With one of my feet.
Yeah, he sneers, and he's got like a mouthful of like iron teeth. Most of them on one side are broken from your shooting him. And he says in whatever the weird pigeon industrial language that they speak. He just says, "Greetings from the Leviat," and like sneers at you. And you can see something like maybe reflected in the people's eye. There's some kind of like chronometer like ticking down.
Oh yeah, and I just like step real
Oh, fuck.
hard to like separate his mechanical arm from his torso,
Mhm.
and then am like sprinting out of the mall.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he tries to reach up with the arms he doesn't have to like grab you, but you like obviously just like dash off, holding Flamingo, and you get outside as we see like when you open the door, you like shoulder a door open, run out into the snow. We see an exterior shot of the building that this mall is a part of, and then there's just like an explosion of concrete and glass and fire that just blows out the side of one of the walls.
And I'm like revving the altered like motorbike, and I'm like, let's get the fuck out. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to like put her over the back of it because I'm too heavy to ride it,
Mhm.
and go home a different route. But yeah,
yeah, no,
There's a muffled like it looks fucking gaudy.
Yeah, the AR on this bike is hideous.
it's disgusting, but it will get us back to safety. So
Mhm. Mhm. Okay, so you want to go and meet everybody at the safe house?
Yep.
Meet and greet.
Yeah.
Meet.
yep.
Attend the meet and greet. Okay, sure. So yeah, so then I guess we
So
cut.
I already know where it is because B went there.
Yeah. You don't want to take Flamingo like to a doctor.
That's Flamingo's choice. I'm assuming that we're communicating like, hey, like what, like you said, Alice was the most important thing, right?
I did, and that is because
yeah, okay. But when I put her on the motorcycle
Yeah.
and Cathode is driving, I'm like, you're taking her to the hospital.
Okay.
we got to do the meetup. We got to get paid.
And I'm just like,
I'll
fuck
do-
the mission.
I'll get paid. We're going to do both. You're going to be fine.
What's
Ooh,
your
and-
harm at? Are you gonna get bad? With that?
I'm at I guess it would be the 21,
She's at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
So you won't die with
No.
that doctor.
I won't die.
That's
No.
true.
No, go to hospital. Be made to do that. I'll sort this out.
I mean,
Yeah,
she
so I'm like, look,
wanted
it's
me
going to
my
be fine.
financial stuff, so she would not like allow me to like if I tried to go.
I'm what I allow is like completely irrelevant. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. I guess I'm probably more scared of QQ. So
Yeah, and
you would definitely be more scared of QQ than
so
me.
I'm like, yeah, we're going to the safe house and like programming like the route to the nearest hospital or like I don't know, like I wouldn't know anyone like underground. So yeah, it's just a legit hospital that you have to pay for probably. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll work out how much that costs and what that's about. But yeah, and we can talk about whether you end up in like an elixir modification center or you get taken to like Krug human repair or like a Freyr facility, whatever. We'll figure all that out later. So you accessing the safe house lets your employer know that that they can come and pick up the target. And at some point, Alice, I guess QQ, you arrive. This would happen after. So QQ, you show up at the safe house, right? That's where you're going.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I mean, you can go somewhere else.
You can go to the hospital. You can get there a bit later if you want. I'm totally happy to deal with this. I have a move that I want to trigger anyway. So
I'll go to safe house.
okay.
All right, so you're at the safe house. You arrive. Alice notices you, and I think that this time when you see her, you've noticed there's been like a subtle shift in her features. Like her cybernetic, like responsive skin has started to change. Her eyes are brown now, and they were blue before.
Yeah.
And
She's still blonde.
yes, she is. Yeah.
Okay.
These things take time. And so you arrive and you wait, and at some point while you're there waiting for the pickup, she gets tired and she like curls up on the little like toadstool she's sitting on and just like falls asleep. And then you hear the sound of like a grab vehicle outside, like a mag lever would pull up, and there's a team of they're dressed in like clean suits. that come downstairs, and they come in with like a briefcase that unfolds into like sort of a coffin-sized box, and two of them pick her up like by the shoulders and by the ankles and like put her in the box, and they close it and seal it, and then the AR on the surface starts to read off her vital signs. They bring her back, and like, you know, there's a winch like bring her up out of the rabbit hole. And as they do that, one of the techs, you know, hits some buttons on a panel on his arm, and all the AR starts to come apart around you, and then you're just in a concrete box basically, with a bunch of like machinery equipment for managing maintenance of the tunnel. And so they extract her. They never address you or speak to you like at all the whole time. They don't even acknowledge that you're there. And they load her up, and they put her in the back of a big like protected van, and they get ready to take her out.
And yeah, when the room is like empty and it's just me and Neat standing in it, QQ is just like, I wonder what dolls dream of in that box. And I like look at you. Unblinking orange eyes.
I don't know. Does she even have any of her own dreams anymore? Well, we do. And we are a little bit closer to those now. I'm sorry things went messy up there, but you know,
Fine. People want the boss. She's important. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. Next time, maybe dissuade her from going off plan. That you know, you don't want to get hurt.
She and I.
Good. All right. Well, let's get paid then. We can sort out our hospital bills.
Okay. All right. So someone needs to make the getting paid move. It's based on the amount of legwork clock ticks that remain. So someone's
so skill wise, it doesn't actually matter.
Nope, it doesn't roll.
I blame Elf. I think Elf needs to roll it.
Wait, what?
Somebody rolls +2.
I think Elf should not roll that. With how much the Elf's rolls have been.
She's really great when she's not rolling her stats on her character sheet.
So
her move like an ace, no problem.
Oh, it's true. So it's the get paid move. Whoever, like Elf, you can get paid.
I don't know if I have to do it to mark XP, but it's part of one of my moves.
Oh, well then, yeah, you should do it.
What does the move say?
Here's the plan, and it's got all the stuff about the +1. It says if you get paid, mark experience.
It just means that if you succeed at the getting paid move, mark experience.
Okay.
But yeah, why don't we have Neat roll it then?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's +2 because we've got 2 unmarked segments.
Yep.
Oh man.
Is there a button for it? Or no?
No, just do it manually.
Nice. Good work.
Yes.
You get paid.
So on getting paid, on a 10+, you get 3 of these things. It's not a setup or ambush. You are paid in full. The meeting doesn't attract the attention of outside parties. The employer is identifiable, or you learn something from the mission. Everyone marks experience. You get to pick three of those.
I think we need to be paid in full.
Yep, we're going to be paid in full, especially since I put 3 on it.
Okay, paid in full.
Not set up or an ambush because we have a team member down. Yeah, but we have a team member down. We need to take it easy for a little bit. We don't know how much extra that's going to cost to fix her.
If it's a Krug ambush at the hospital, I'm just dead.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't choose that one, we just cut to like Flamingo in intensive care, head all bandaged up, arm missing, and then we just see the door open and these 2 like Russian goons come in, put a pillow over your face.
Oh man.
All right, so paid in full, not a setup or ambush, and you get 1 more.
I think it sounded like we had.
Let's not get more heat on us. Maybe.
Yeah, let's not attract attention.
Okay, so your employer,
but
your employer isn't identifiable, and nobody earns an extra experience, but you all earn 1 for finishing the mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, you never find out. You could guess, but you never find out who you were working for sure. Certainly not specifically, or what any of their plans were. But you also don't get ambushed, and they give you all the money that you were owed.
Oh, 10 cred. Feels good.
Yeah. So what
Feels
is it?
good.
It's
Wait, I get 4
Triple.
then.
It's
Triple?
It's triple
Because we
because
get paid well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get paid that
11
cred from
cred.
the big Alice
11.
money. So,
okay.
let's see.
You're gonna need
So
some of that to get hospital bill.
after the team has been paid, we go through retaliation. So after the team has been paid or screwed over, the MC will look at the final state of legwork in action. If the legwork clock is filled, which it isn't, then that's cool. It got pretty far. They were pretty on to you. They knew something was going on, but they didn't necessarily know the real deets. If the action clock is filled and every member of the team escaped alive, whatever wasn't, that's fine. The action clock didn't get filled. When a corporate clock has gotten to 1800, they didn't change. None of them were at, so we're good. Krug still wants to take definitive action against you. But Disney, Bezos, and Elixir know they got hit, but they don't know by whom.
Okay.
Cool. So let's take a look at Lilo or Fight Back. So you can, if you want to, at the end of a mission, you can lie low. When everyone goes to ground until the heat dies down, each character pays half their cred, or 5, whichever is greater. All the corporate clocks drop by 1. Otherwise, if you don't have the cash, you value your rep more than your life, you can attempt to fight back against the corporation. The best options are to find out what they know about you and erase or destroy that information. Either way, these are missions. You won't get paid, but hitting the street creatively may change that. So right now, Krug is at 2,200. They are very after you.
But Lilo would cost us each
Lilo,
5 cred?
it would cost either half your credits or 5, whichever
is lower, right?
No, it's
whichever's higher.
whichever's greater. So if you're gonna do it, you got to do it now, right?
Because we would spend 5. As long as we have 10 or less, we're spending 5.
Yes. Yeah, and it doesn't say round up or down, but I assume it's round down.
Yeah, I think laying low is actually really sensible.
Now,
Yeah.
Okay.
now hold on before
That's so
you
much
spend before
money.
you spend all your shit.
Yeah.
Somebody
That's
needs
almost as much
a
as we
cyber
earn.
eye and a cyber arm.
I really don't though.
Well, you need to have your. I mean, you could walk around with no arm and no eye if you
I
want.
need to be healthy, but that's really all I require.
I guess, yeah. If you just want to have one arm and
So
one eye.
the medical stuff, you could go to a street doctor for 2 cred, or it says 4 cred is discreet medical services for life-threatening wounds.
I mean, it's not life-threatening, and I mean, I'm at a hospital.
Adam's eyebrow just goes up when you say it's not life-threatening.
I mean,
I'm at
technically,
dying
you're not dying, but yeah, you
You'll
did
never
choose
get
to
better.
lose two limbs, so it'll be expensive to have them like amputated at least. Like, I would say it costs you 2 cred to like be in a position to heal up based on what we know about what happened.
4 cred also says basic cheap cyberware.
Yeah, if you spend 4 cred, it'll be the healing and a replacement eye and arm that are like obvious.
If I spend 4 cred and we lay low, I'm at 2 cred. I get nothing from this, basically.
Which is great because your character is all about that money, which is like, it's so good because you're being tortured with your lack of cash. Curse my organic body. Yeah, so simple like non-special prosthesis will cost you, 4 cred is the replacement. Oh, but not going under the knife. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be an expensive mission to repair your shit.
So 2 cred would just like make it so that she's not.
It'll allow you to heal. Yeah, we'd use the healing moves and
I mean, alternatively, you can stay on 7. We won't lie low, and we'll just see where it goes.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So
sure we can
if
take
we
on
don't
crew.
lie low, do we have to
No,
take
fuck
on
it.
a mission?
Well, no, if you don't have to.
Fuck it.
You have
I
3
might
options.
be able to make some cred between missions with my stuff.
Exactly, because you're
Fuck
a
it.
fixer. You get your shit
Fuck
going.
it.
Okay, so let's talk about the thing. So
Okay.
everybody together decide, do you want to lie low?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So
For crew reasons, probably.
I
yeah.
really
Elixir-
don't. I really
Elixir-
don't, but fine.
Elixir and Disney drop back to 1500
we
o'clock.
5 cred, or what if half of my cred is lower? I've got 9 right now.
It's the higher one. It's 5.
Okay.
So you
Yeah,
need
so you
4.
spend 5 like me.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's good. You've got Krug back down to 9 o'clock. They will probably give you like a mission worth of time before they send anything after you again. And then let's talk about going under the knife and doing all that. So
Yeah.
cyberware, chapter 5. So for
I mean, I have this
cyberware-
mental image of kind of what I want to do with this. I don't know if you know if that matters to like what that's gonna look like. But the basic plan would be to have like the arm doesn't matter. I'm a fixer. The arm doesn't matter. It's not important. Doesn't help me do my job.
Sure.
Not
I mean,
really.
like mechanically, the deal would be, the deal here would be like you might have to act under pressure in anything that might be like doable with 2 arms but hard with 1.
Yeah, of course. So I'm gonna skip out on the arm, but what I want to do is, if I can, get like a Freyr branded, like not an eye necessarily, but like a heads up display, almost like just a visor, like on one side of my.
So you don't have like an eye that looks like a human eye. You
It's
have
more.
like,
It's more like no. It's just more like a plate. It's almost like a plate, but it has like some kind of, vision to it.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to have a like a camera or whatever attached. But yeah, like I mean, the thing is, if it's only replacing your existing ability to see, it has no other stuff. Where did you see the cost for that, Blue Jay?
It's in assets. So it's on page 129.
Okay, thank you.
It says, 2 cred would be street doctor, and 4 cred is discrete medical services for life-threatening wounds or expensive or illegal gear from a fixer, including basic cheap cyberware.
Okay.
And
Again,
8 cred is going to get you good cyberware, but
Oh, here it is. Okay. Here's what happens. You pay the cred that you spend to buy the thing. And then you can spend more cred to go under the knife, then you make a move. And then the more successful the move, the better your cyberware is installed. If you don't want like cyberware, I think that, yeah, like you would spend to buy it, and then like the credit to have it installed, but I wouldn't have you make the move. So just 1 more to have it installed.
Okay, so how much credit am I spending total?
Let's
5 to lay low.
Yeah, well, 5 to lay low. That's gone. I have
That's
6
sorted.
left.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, let's see. So
I don't.
if you want to have cyberware installed after the start of the game, use hit the street to acquire the hardware and the medical professional to install it. Then use go under the knife to have it installed.
so
It
the
sounds like
price
it's
is
implying that
fair
the-
when you use hit the street, then you use those prices. So it's 2 rolls.
Yeah. So do you want a cyber eye that does like fancy stuff, or do you want just like a replacement?
No, like I'm not. It doesn't matter what it does. Like that's not a thing. Stylistically, I'd like to describe how it looks.
Oh yeah, yeah,
like,
but it just means it can't do anything that a
Other
normal
than that,
eye
I
couldn't
don't
do.
care. Like, yeah, not really.
Yeah, you're just spending 4 then, aren't you? You're
Yeah,
getting
because it's all
decent
the medical
coverage and a
prosthetics
replacement.
don't require that you go under the knife, don't
Okay.
require that you hit the streets, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I imagine basically what this is it's like the same thing that Freyr would use for their drones. It's like that kind of like face, plate almost. But like it's just to cover the like horrible scarring and missing eye, really.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah,
hooked
yeah.
up to the.
You could have it. I mean, if you want, you could have it be like a across both eyes, like visor thing.
No.
No, you just like
the way I'm thinking is kind
Fiber
of like
eye patch.
that, and then you could just cover it with like cloth or like a something like that.
Like Raiden.
Yeah,
Once he's all sobered up.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think of it like half of like an Advent faceplate, from XCOM 2,
yeah,
like that kind of thing.
yeah. I mean, they wouldn't make them in halves, but yeah, I understand.
You know what
you're
I
going
mean,
for.
right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think like aesthetically what
That's
that
okay.
is.
We can figure it out between. You're in the hospital right now, getting your shit
Yeah.
figured
Okay,
out.
so that's 4. Do I need to make any rolls?
No,
Or-
no, because you're not actually installing like any.
So,
kind
but
of
like
complex
what about my
cyberware.
harm?
Do you? Well, you said I was under the impression you didn't want to replace it, but if you want
Well, I
like
mean,
a basic prosthetic cyber arm.
Harm, not
harm.
Oh yeah. There's a move. Let me see.
My arm doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The arm is
Harm is
irrelevant.
important.
I have one harm, so
Okay. We'll take a look at.
I'm curious how this works.
Take a look at that. It's at the end of the mission thing. There's a harm and healing.
And I have another question, and we can like figure this out at the start of next time. But does our gear and intel for this mission is just
Goes away. Yeah.
Goes away.
Unspent gear and intel just gone.
Worthless.
Long-term healing. The MC may wish to pay out scenes to determine who paid for expensive recovery or whatever. Blah 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 blah. Start the next mission with everyone's harm clock empty, unless there's like some reason. Okay. Well, I mean, you got halfway. You're at 9 o'clock. I think with medical attention and stuff, you're fine. So that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So there'll be enough time between missions that while you're laying low in the hospital, your body recovers.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Good job. Good job. Mission 1. You did it. Congratulations.
Ow.
Yeah. You got really
Yeah.
messed up.
It was such a good plan as well.
It was a very good plan. Thanks for sticking around the extra time to finish the
Yeah.
mission.
No,
man.
that's more
Of
than
course.
So that means since we finished the mission, I will after D&D next week, I'll run another mission prep session, and chat can help me make up some cool shit. You've got Krug temporarily off your back. That's nice. And we'll reset the clocks and go from there.
Krug.
Let's say goodbye for today. Do you want to start, Blue Jay, aka Cathode?
Sure. I'm Blue Jay, aka Cathode, aka maybe Hot Kathy. Who knows? And I'm a full-time broadcaster here, which means I can do all kinds of cool stuff with y'all. You can find me at twitch.tv/BlueJay or on Twitter at BlueJay_712. I do the shows on this channel twice a week, and then I also do D&D on Wednesday nights on twitch.tv/misclicks. So yeah, it's super fun, and that's me.
Nice. Cyber Dave.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, thanks for coming and watching this stuff. Gosh, I'm gonna need a little bit of time to get used to this. I think it's like a lot more structured than I expected. I feel like I need to do a bit more like reading so that I'm playing it properly, kind of thing. Where with Apocalypse World like base, there's a lot less you have to kind of account for and actually do planning of. And along with that, I'm going to have to try and be a little bit more forceful with I've positioned myself as the character who has to make the decisions and like do the plans once everybody's inputted. And normally I'm just like kind of quiet and stuff. So I'm going to have to try and channel this like completely insane person. I mean, it's me if I had like
Just animate it up,
cyber-
Dave. Just
Yeah, like I need to be
animate
more
it up.
anime is real. Yeah. But yeah, Dave_the_human on Twitter as well. Yep, boom, cool.
Cool. Thanks, Dave. Andrew, thank you for piping in from the mysterious confines of not the usual place you stream from. I appreciate that. It was good
From
to be
an
able to.
undisclosed location.
Yeah, it's good to be able to play. So thanks for that.
Yeah. So I'm Andrew. You can follow me on Twitter at Comedian Crow. I do this show. I do a show on Monday night on Elf's channel, which I think the next time we play, we are doing Fall of Magic.
We are, yes.
So that's cool. And then usually I'm in around for D&D on Thursdays, and then Thursday nights Apocalypse World on Misclicks. And I'm not going to stream today. Normally I stream on Fridays, but I'm out of town, so it's not going to happen.
Word.
Laptop streaming life is a sad life.
That's very true. That's very true. Elf.
Hi, I'm Distracted Elf. If you want to be one of my contacts, hit me up on that cyberdeck, twitch.tv/distractedelf, or on Twitter at distractedelf, and I'll add you to the Rolodex of people I know.
Awesome. Thanks, Elf. I am your MC, Adam Coble. You can find me at twitch.tv/Adam Coble or on Twitter at Skinny Ghosts. Make sure you follow us on YouTube if you can't attend these episodes live. Though I've been noticing people have been watching the hell out of the Twitch VODs too, which is
Yeah.
really cool. We're getting some like very big audience numbers on those. So watch it wherever you like. If you want to watch it on Twitch, bam, it's right here. As soon as we go off, you will have the whole episode available to you to check out. I saw a lot of people in chat today asking about the character sheets and about the cool clocks that we have, the countdown clocks. The countdown clocks are the work of one fake Alex Blue, dedicated moderator for our channel, and they are super badass. They use a rollable table. You can find out how to implement those by watching the MC turn that I did yesterday. And then the character sheets are just flat out built into Roll20. So you can find those just by selecting them in the dropdown when you make a new campaign, which you should go do. Go be your own cyberpunks. We will be back next week at the same time for more The Sprawl action. We'll take on mission number 2, which I will prep for on Thursday after D&D. So make sure you check that out as well. Thanks for coming, everybody. This has been a profitable, bloody, and ridiculous episode, and I'm super excited to see what happens next time. Hopefully, I will see you there. Bye, everybody.